Welcome back, guys. Today we are going to talk about an easy pattern, the adapter design pattern. What the adapted pattern does is use incompatible interfaces and work together like any other adapter. Say you have a plug with 2 pins and need to use 3-pin adapter. For this we use the adapter pattern. Use when client expects to use a target interface. Means in this the structure is a 2-prong plug and you have to have a 3-prong plug. It converts 3 to 2. The adapter class allows the use of the available interface and the target interface. Any class can work together as long as the adapter solves the issue that all must implement every method declared by the shared interface. Now let's see a UML diagram for this example. So here we have an enemy attacker which can walk forward, fire a weapon and assign a driver. However, you need to create an artificial enemy robot. An enemy robot does not need a driver and you drive forward and smash with hands without a weapon. What we are going to do is make an adapter. An enemy robot adapter is the adapter and the enemy robot is the adaptee. You look at the enemy robot like another enemy attacker among them. How are you going to do that? Well, you take the adapter and store inside it every enemy robot, and what they do is each time one of these methods is called, whether it is a fire weapon, drive forward or assign driver, you are going to point to the correct version for the enemy robot with the adapter using composition. That's the basic view of it. Now let's dive down to code. The very first thing we do is we make an interface for every attacker and we declare all methods it needs. So we'll make an interface called enemy attacker. And next thing, to cause damage we have to have a public void fire weapon. This is used for attacking from the attacker. Next thing, we have to have a public void method assign. We'll have to have a method called public void drive forward. And next thing, we'll have a method called public void assign driver, and we'll provide a string driver here. That's all we need to do for the enemy attacker. Now let's implement it for every attacker. We must import the library now for this. First thing, we'll have a class enemy tank implements enemy attacker. Next thing, we'll implement all methods of the enemy attacker inside the enemy tank class. And after that, we'll have a random value. We'll say random generator equals new random and import the util.random package. Next thing, inside the fire weapon method, we'll have a int attack damage equals to generator.nextInt, and here we will declare 10 and we will say +1. So what this does is provide a random value between 1 and 10. And next we'll have a out saying enemy tank does concat attack damage plus damage. And next thing we'll have another int movement this time, which will be equals to generator dot next int, and we'll have 5 plus 1. And next thing we'll have an S out saying enemy tank moves space movement plus spaces. To import a driver we say assign driver, and here we'll have a sort saying driver plus is driving the tank. Next thing we'll have a class called class enemy robot, and this will be the adapter. This will not have methods. We'll import the random class again. We say random generator equals new random, and next we give a method adapter which is going to give sense. We will use the adapter pattern here. We'll have public void smash with hand method placed. Inside it we'll have an S out saying enemy robot causes well, we'll have int attack damage variable, and we'll make it equals to generator dot next int, and we'll give 10 plus 1. Next thing we'll have the attack damage here, and we'll have concat it, and we say damage with hands. You should not cramp the use of this adapter. There you go. This is the difference between a normal attacker and a tank. Next we'll have another method, public void drive Next we'll have another method. We'll say public void walk forward, and inside this method we'll say in movement, which will be equal to generator dot next in, and we'll have 5 plus 1 to have a number between 5 and 1. Next we'll have an S out saying enemy robot moves space movement plus spaces. Alright. Next thing, we'll have another method for the enemy robot. We'll say public void react to humans. And we'll have string driver name for this. And the next thing is we'll make the adapter now. We made the adaptee. Next thing we'll have the adapter made. We say class enemy robot adapter and implements it with enemy attacker. Next thing we'll implement the methods, all the methods, and we'll have an enemy robot object made as new enemy robot. Next we'll generate the constructor for the enemy robot adapter. And next thing, in the fireweapon method we'll give enemy robot dot smash with hand. Next, in the drive forward method we'll give enemy robot dot react to humans. And we'll give a driver for this we'll give a string driver name. In the drive forward we say enemy robot. Now we'll give a name, a driver name. We'll give Holy. And in the assign driver method we must assign a driver, all driver for the assign driver method. We say no, we will not have this method, this code here. And after this we'll make our test every attacker class. So we have all is done for the enemy robot and the adapter is fixed. Now we must create the test every attackers class. We say class test every attacker, and inside it we'll give the main method. We'll say psvmm, give the main method. And now here we'll say enemy tank rx7 tank equals new enemy tank. Alright. Next thing, we'll make an enemy robot. We'll call this Terminator and we'll make it equals new enemy robot. Then we must create the adapter. For this we'll create the enemy robot adapter and call it robot adapter and make it equals new enemy robot adapter. And here we'll pass on Terminator inside of it. And next thing we'll have an S out saying the robot. And next thing we'll assign the terminator with the method. We say terminator react to humans and provide the name for this. We say Wesley. And next thing we say terminator dot walk forward. Then we say terminator dot smash with hands. And next thing we'll have an S out saying we'll have an S out saying the enemy tank. And we will use the RX7 tank dot assign driver method, and we will assign a driver named Frank to this. Next we will have the RX7 tank dot drive forward. Then we will have the RX7 tank dot fire weapon. And then we'll have an S out saying the robot with the attacker. And next thing we'll have the robot adapter dot assign our driver, and we'll assign Mark to this. And next thing we'll have the robot adapter dot drive forward. And finally we'll have the robot adapter dot fire weapon. So everything is set all up. Now let's run this and we'll see how this application, our little game program, works. Here our program has been run. You can see the robot has been made, and the next thing is the enemy robot moves 5 spaces and enemy robot causes 9 damage with hands. Then the enemy tank Frank is driving the tank. Enemy tank moves 4 spaces. Enemy tank does 7 damage. The robot with the attacker says the enemy robot causes 4 damage with hands. So this is how we play our little game that we made so far. We have learned how to implement the adapter pattern inside the little game that we made ourselves. So this is how the adapter pattern can be used inside the Java application. We use the random method to random package to make damages and movements for the weapons and for the drive forward method. So here we have finally implemented the adapter pattern and used it inside our code. So I hope you learned a wonderful lesson from this video, and today's lesson is over. So I'll see you on another day, another time. Until then, goodbye guys, and please take care.